Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Super greatness. The anime is actually returning. I can't believe it. After 8 whole years of waiting ever since the end of the original Super anime, it's finally time. The Moro arc is officially in production. I woke up this morning and I'm glad it wasn't a dream. That's all I have to say. Yesterday had to have been the best Dragon Ball events in all of history, man. Super anime returning. We're getting a remake of the Battle of Gods saga. It's called Dragon Ball Super Beerus. A new Dragon Ball game called Project Age 1000. Not too sure if it's Xenoverse 3 or Dragon Ball Online 2, a sequel to the original Dragon Ball Online. And Sparking Zero is getting a massive update. Today, I mainly just want to talk about the two anime shows, the Galactic Patrol arc and Dbs Beerus. We do have additional reveals and updates already. We just got the announcements yesterday, so we will go over to the official Dragon Ball website here soon. We're just going to consolidate both in one video because it's a lot simpler, I think. Comment down below what was your favorite announcement during yesterday's events, and don't worry, I do have plans for the Age 1000 game project and Sparking Zero DLCs. I will be dropping videos later on, so stay tuned to the channel. This entire week, we're just going to be talking about Dragon Ball, which is technically something we already do. So thanks to Dbs Hype for just putting all the 4 bullet points in this one tweet here. The 4 major announcements. Here we have the posters, illustration, promotional art pieces for the Galactic Patrol saga and the Beerus remake. I do have to say, the new logo, I think that's great. The original one, of course, with the gold and orange contrast to it. This has more like that space background with the blue. I like the color blue they decided to go with. Very nice. Going off topic real quick, you guys know in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 how they host those tournaments, and if you come in first or top 3 or even top 5, depends on the tournament, we unlock the Dragon Ball logos. They have to include this new Super logo. I have the original golden one, but if they include this one in the game, y'all already know everybody's going to be trying their best to reach top 5 or top 1, whatever it may be. That's just me going off topic. I would like to see this logo in Xenoverse 2. Please, Dimps, please, Bandai, make it happen. So going over here to the Moro arc reveal. This might have been the best announcement in my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, the Dragon Ball Project Age 1000 was also top tier, but the build up to this, man. So we just have the final minute of this trailer. It was more like a 3-minute trailer showing the history of Goku, starting things off with Dragon Ball Minus, Bardock sending Goku to planet Earth. Then we got the manga animation, which was just glorious stuff. And the final part right here, Goku in space, transforming, activated the Kaioken technique, Super Saiyan, God, and Blue. Last but not least, Ultra Instinct with, correct me down below if I'm wrong, but isn't this the first time we see Ultra Instinct Goku with the complete gi animated? Obviously, this is in the manga already. Tournament Power, we got UI Sign Goku with the blue damage gi, and then UI Goku with his complete torn gi, right? So I think this might have been the first time seeing that animated. Kind of nice. And here we have the next chapter reveal. Outstanding, man. Encore, encore. They technically did give us some extra reveals after this, right? With the remake of Battle of Gods, we got Resurrection of F, Super, great stuff. Original arts by Akira Toriyama himself, the legend, Superhero, Daima, and the chapter continues, man. It's finally happening after 8 long years. A new chapter begins. Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol arc. This is outstanding. Moro Saga is actually real. And then we have Goku, Vegeta, you know, with the galactic symbol. Obviously, the Moro arc is immediately after the Dbs Broly saga. Vegeta still has the dark navy blue armor, which is what he had in the movie. Goku, original Gi, I guess more similar to the Android Saga, Majin Buu Saga, or even Dragon Ball Super, where he doesn't necessarily have the loose belts, you know, how he ties it up. It's just going to be, you know, the band over the waist. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So going over to the official Dragon Ball websites, this is where we have the additional details. Original work, story, and character design by Akira Toriyama. Anime Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol set for production. And once again, the epic illustration art piece. January 25th, 2026, Japan. Today at Dragon Ball Gekidama Matsuri, an event held at Makuhari Messe in Japan to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. It was announced during the opening stage, exclusive announcements, Genki Stage Part 1, that the newest arc in the franchise, Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol, is officially set for production. Stay tuned as Dragon Ball continues to reach new heights. Oh, we will stay tuned. Don't have to worry about that. Stay tuned to the channel as well, because we're going to be covering everything. Today at Gekidama Matsuri, Masako Nazawa, voice of Son Goku, and Mr. Akio Iyoku, the executive producer of the Dragon Ball series, attended the opening stage, Part 1. There was a major surprise announcement that was made about the production starting for Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol. This will be the story following the Universal Survival arc of the anime Dragon Ball Super, which aired between 2015 and 2018. It also appears in the manga Dragon Ball as the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. The main character, Son Goku and Vegeta, work together with the members of the Galactic Patrol, the Peacekeepers of the Galaxy, to begin a super-scale battle against a new enemy, the Planet Eater Moro. Yes, sir. Now, I haven't necessarily read all the chapters of the Dragon Ball Super manga, but I know bits and pieces. I mainly just wait for the anime. But if I recall correctly, Moro has about 4 forms, I guess 5 if you want to count the part where he fuses himself with the surface of the planet. So it's very interesting stuff. He is a pretty cool villain. I like his design. He's literally the GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. Well, he has the appearance of a goat, his head at least. The teaser visual showing Goku and Vegeta standing with the Galactic Patrol symbol is revealed, as we saw before. The teaser visual for this title was also revealed globally for the first time during the exclusive announcement, Gekidama Part 1, along with the logo for Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol. Goku and Vegeta are seen wearing the uniform and battle armor with Galactic Patrol symbol on the chest, with stern expressions on their faces and a large Galactic Patrol emblem in the backgrounds. The visual offers an exciting first look at the two warriors standing side by side. So, since they keep talking about it, let's just bring it up once more. Here's everything in all its glory. So, Vegeta, Goku staring up at somebody. I do feel like this is probably at the Galactic Patrol headquarters or base, just because we do have the symbol in the background right there, planted on the floor. Dragon Ball Super, they remodeled that slightly, and we got the Galactic emblem right there with the title card. So 2027, late 2027, probably around the fall time, is when we're going to be getting the return of Dragon Ball Super. So not a lot of details, but some small behind the scenes tidbits of extra stuff. So I always appreciate that. Now, if we go over here to the Dragon Ball Super Beerus page, we'll have even more details for this project. Dragon Ball Super Beerus, the enhanced edition of the anime Dragon Ball Super, begins anew. Yes, it's real. The Dragon Ball Super Remaster. It's not necessarily a complete remake. They're calling it the enhanced edition of the anime. We have the details that we'll break down, but first, let's admire this epic art piece, because man, this is glorious. We have Beerus facing the planet, his back turns towards us, and then we have Goku. I like how they're trying to hide Super Saiyan God as if it was a new transformation, right? We have the essence or the red aura, but he's not fully transformed into Super Saiyan God just yet. as if this was brand new stuff that we haven't seen before. Hey, I respect it. You know what? This actually reminds me a little bit of the Tournament of Power. You guys remember the Limit Break era when Goku's about to get his new transformation? They dropped that illustration art piece where his back was turned to the poster. The dark hair, but with red aura. It kind of looks like that a little bit, right? But that's completely different. That's supposed to be representing Ultra Instinct. This is Super Saiyan God. And once again, with the enhanced Super logo. Again, I do prefer this one a bit more compared to the old 2016 Dragon Ball Super logo. They're calling it Dragon Ball Super Beerus, different from Battle of Gods. Comment down below, which title do you think is better or sounds cooler? Obviously, it is a remaster, so they have to change the title of it, which I'm fine with. This is going to be dropping fall 2026, so Q4 of this year. You know what would be nice? If they remaster or enhance each Dragon Ball Super saga leading up to the release of Dragon Ball Super the Galactic Patrol arc, aka the Moro saga. That would be the best case scenario, but we just have to be a bit more patient. As of today, recording this video, the only saga remake that is confirmed is Battle of Gods. We're not even sure if they're going to be remaking the entire Super anime, which I would assume that's their end goal, but I don't know, man. I don't have the behind the scene details or sources, if you will. So this first paragraph is going to be something similar to the previous one. At the events, they dropped the major announcements. Dragon Ball Super Beerus, a project that was started a few years ago, is the newly enhanced edition of the anime Dragon Ball Super. Enhanced by the latest visual expression, every scene, especially the battle scenes, is even more immersive, providing a more faithful and detailed reproduction of the original work by Akira Toriyama, and it would deliver a quality that is sure to fulfill or fully satisfy audiences. And if you guys haven't seen the trailer just yet, which I'm assuming you have, it was just great stuff. I feel like there's some art done by Shintani. I feel like I recognize some of his art style. Could be wrong, but I will be watching this frame one, even though it's going to be our 4th time consuming the Battle of Gods saga because of the DBZ movie, the Dragon Ball Super anime, the manga, and now the enhanced edition. Well, technically my 3rd time, because again, I haven't necessarily caught up with the manga. I usually just watch the anime, but I know some bits and pieces of it. Some differences, but mainly the same plot points, right? In addition, the Super launch trailer and Super launch visual for this title are being released at this time. Dragon Ball Super will begin anew as Dragon Ball Super Beerus. Please stay tuned for the future of the series, along with Dragon Ball Super the Galactic Patrol that was announced at the Part 1 Gekidama stage. The visuals, sound, and structure have all been renewed with cutting-edge visual expression. The enhanced edition of Super unfolds. Dragon Ball Super Beerus is the enhanced edition of the TV anime Dragon Ball Super, for which Akira Toriyama created the original work, story, and character design. Shoutouts to the legend. The project features extensive new cuts, revisions to existing scenes, a complete re-rendering of all footage, newly recorded dubbing with added score and sound effects, and a full reconstruction of the story. To be honest, it does sound like a remake, but again, it's more of a remaster / enhancement. Living up to the name, enhanced. There it is. This edition employs the latest visual expression to deliver greater power and immersion across all scenes, especially the battle sequences. Of course, sworn, we just read that up here in a separate paragraph, but it is what it is. The result in an enhanced edition that expresses Akira Toriyama's original idea and world building more accurately, that will be broadcasted with highly satisfying quality. Now, don't get me wrong, I am excited for this Dragon Ball Super Beerus remake, but imagine a Dragon Ball Z or an OG Dragon Ball anime remake. That would just be immense. The internet will implode. Now, I feel like they're probably saving that for a larger milestone. For example, the 50th anniversary of Dragon Ball, you know, just to make it a bit more fitting. They have the need to remake Super, and I'm fine with it. It's not necessarily a big deal to me. To be fair, I am happy that this exists because out of all the Dragon Ball Super sagas, yeah, Battle of Gods is the one that needs a remake the most. Then Resurrection of F. It wasn't until the Future Trunks onward is where the animation started to get better. You know what I mean? So I've actually heard a rumor already, not sure if it's true or not, but Dragon Ball Super Frieza, that's going to be a thing. Like after this saga, they're going to be remaking the Resurrection of F arc. Again, that's not 100% confirmed, just because Toei Animation, Genki Dama Matsuri have not come out and said anything about that, right? It's just the Galactic Patrol saga and Beerus. Moving forward, where will the epic battle between the God of Destruction Beerus and Goku and his allies end up? Well, we already know that. Watch the Super Launch trailer and Super Launch visual now. So here we have some screenshots from the actual trailer. The Super Launch trailer and Super Launch visual for Dragon Ball Super Beerus were also unveiled during the stage events. Very cool illustration art piece. The Super Launch trailer opens with the God of Destruction Beerus in a long, deep sleep. Targeted by Beerus, the strongest being in the universe, Earth is in grave danger, thus Goku and his allies must rise up to protect it. Where will this epic battle between Goku and Beerus end up? The trailer shows not only the God of Destruction Beerus and Goku, but also Vegeta, Whis, and the rest of Goku's allies. The enhanced visuals promise a tense edge of your seat experience. The Super Launch visual depicts the God of Destruction Beerus and Goku, with space and Earth in the background. Additionally, the new Super Launch visual is featured on the official Dragon Ball Super Beerus websites, which we do have down here. We'll go to that shortly. But first, let's enlarge this image. Look at that. So some scenes, it's like just redrawn. Again, not a complete ground up remake. So if we go over to the website, it will take us over here. Again, showing off the art piece. The logo, top right corner. Fall 2026 is when this will be releasing. They have the movie over here. It's just a short trailer, not the full movie. It's not even a movie, it's an anime. And we have the updates category. Dragon Ball Super begins. Yeah, just repeating what we already read. Introduction and the logo. Okay, let's read this part. Hopefully it's somewhat different. Oh, okay, that's new info right there. More faithful representation of the original manga. Great. So we do have additional details over here. Shout outs to this person, goes by AJ. Fun fact, this was called Dragon Ball Super Kai Eternally. You'll find Battle of Gods is now 6 episodes long. Originally, the original Super anime, Battle of Gods, was 15 episodes. So they're really going to be compressing the events of Beerus greatly, right? With only 6 episodes. The Golden Frieza arc will follow with the same length later. Some behind the scenes sources that AJ apparently has, I'm not 100% sure. It's a remaster, not a full remake, a more ambitious version of Fishman Island Remastered, really. Todoyoshi Yamamuro is still in charge, but you'll find the likes of Yuya Takahashi, Ryo Anushi, and Takio Aide involved. The new scenes are very nice. The OG Episode 5 was redone. It will also include light manga elements such as Goku's image training in Chapter 1. And we do have some before and after comparisons of the 2015 Super anime compared to this new remake one over here. I keep saying remake, it's a remastered or enhanced. Here's virtually every change between the original Dragon Ball Super 2015 and the remastered Dragon Ball Super Beerus 2026 found in the reveal trailer. It's a mix of recomps, redraws, and entirely new cuts. Here we go. It's a pretty lengthy thread that we have here. We're just going to be going over some of it. I'm shocked they used any of episode 12, given it may well be the worst episode of Super's Battle of Gods retelling. But looks like they enjoyed the screaming segment enough to completely reanimate it for this new edition. Unfortunately, some fighting remains untouched. Some of the bad fighting. So, again, before and after comparison. Wow, dude. Night and day difference. You seeing this? We need all of Super to look like this, right? And then same thing over here for Goku. And here is what they talked about, where some of the fighting scenes remained untouched. Although it does look different, like the, well, art style, is that what we want to call it? The graphics? Because the Beerus aura on the right, way better. Same with the Goku aura. However, I think the texture on the 2015 one does look kind of cool, but obviously I prefer the 2026 edition. Besides the aura, yeah, if you like put this over each other, it's like the same drawing. I think just retraced, right, to look a bit better, slightly better. Episode 11 was arguably the strongest of the arc. So many of its changes appear to be mainly alterations to the compositing, particularly the treatment of the effects work. So let's check this out. Okay, yeah, I see what they mean. And over here, ooh, yeah, more of the lighting or compositing for sure. Still nice, in my personal opinion. Ooh, the orbs are different. They decided to change the look of the Hakaishin orbs. Interesting. And here, whoa, dude, that 2015 shot. Dude, this one on the right kind of looks like that one scene from the Dragon Ball Super Broly, when he was getting just tormented by Broly himself and he was about to transform into Super Saiyan Blue. We got like the eye close-up. Epic. Oh, okay. I like how he's kind of holding Hakaishin energy, compressing it. Got the explosions going on. Beerus raging. Yeah, it's just way superior, if you ask me. I mean, it's pretty dang evident, right? I know some people don't necessarily care about the Super Remake, but do keep in mind that this is not going to ruin the production of Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol arc. That's still happening. The anime is continuing. So this is just for the people who want a remake, I guess. And to faithfully, you know, envision Akira Toriyama's manga, the designs, all that good stuff. Look at that one, dude. That is insane. This one is like completely redrawn. Nice. Who the heck is this guy? That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support. As always, shout outs to AJ for, you know, sharing this thread over here. Let me know if you guys are excited for the return of Dragon Ball Super. I know I am. This is it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!